Okay, so today in math we are doing lesson 2-4. We are going to be counting on to find the difference. What does the difference mean? Stephen.
The difference is different from other.
What?
So if you a number, then a number is going to be difference means that something is different than the other.
That is true, but in a math equation, like if I put here 10 minus 9 equals, what's the difference? Connor.
That they're different numbers.
Okay, they are different numbers, but for a math equation, do you know what the difference is, Mary? The difference is the answer. Yes, Mary. So, when we add two numbers together, when we add two add-ins together, we get a sum. The answer is called the sum. But for subtraction, when you subtract one or the whole apart from the whole, you get the difference. Okay, so when you hear the difference, they want to know the answer. All right? Okay, so we're counting on. So when we count on, are we adding or are we subtracting? When we count on, Thomas?
Adding.
You're adding. But in this chapter, we're learning all about subtraction, right? Okay, but remember that we can add, like in some of our problems yesterday, we added to find the difference. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're counting on. So for the first problem, it is 12 minus 8. Yep. Okay, so when we do that, we're going to, do you see for your 12 minus 8 here? So you have, what is this called? What part is this called, Charlotte? Your whole minus your equals. So when we're counting on, we're going to start with our, are we starting with the whole or are we starting with the part? Stephen? We're not starting with the whole because the whole is the final, is the two parts make the whole, right? So we already know what the whole is. Juju? We only have one left. So we're starting with our part, okay? Because remember, we're adding on. If we started with our whole and we added on, we're going to come up with a larger number than our whole, right? So we are starting with our part because we are adding on, or counting on. So if we start with our 8, and we're going to count until we get to what? Connor?
12.
Until we get to 12. So we're going to start with our part. Can you all see this? All right, so let's start counting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We're at 12. So 12 minus 8 equals 4. If we added them together, 8 plus 4 equals 12.
Yes.
Does that make sense for everyone?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, let's try another one. Where's my eraser? We'll just keep using the same one up here. So we're looking at number 2, 10 minus 9. So what are we going to do there, Miles?
We're gonna
Where are we going to start? 10 minus. We're going to start at 10,
and we're gonna minus 9.
but we're not doing that because what are we learning today? What's our thing that we're learning today?
Minus.
Charlotte?
Another line and subtracting.
So we're using a line diagram to do what?
To find the answer.
To find, and what's that answer called?
Apart.
What?
Apart.
Now what's the answer called, Miles?
Apart.
Who remembers what that answer is? Simone? The difference. Okay? So, Miles, we are doing subtraction, but we are using the diagram line to count on to find the difference. So remember, we're adding to find the difference. Like, remember how we said that we can always add to check our subtraction problems?
Yeah.
So we're adding on to find the difference. All right, so 10 minus 9, what are we gonna start with?
10.
So we're starting with our whole,
Yeah.
okay, and then where are we gonna go? What are we counting on to if we start with our whole?
9.
So we're gonna start at 10 and we're gonna count on to 9.
Mhm.
We're gonna count on 9. Okay, ready? Go ahead.
10.
Which would be 19. Okay, so the difference is 19. So you're saying 10 minus 9 equals 19. That's what you just said.
No.
So what did you do wrong? I love that you did that, Miles. That was awesome.
I accidentally did plus.
I love that you did that, yeah, because that's how we're learning. All right, so what should you have done?
Minus.
We're not remember, we're counting on. So
That
what
was
are we,
9.
where are we gonna start with?
9.
9, and we're gonna count on till we get to what?
18.
To what?
18.
18?
No, 10.
10, thank you. All right, so we're gonna start at 9, and we're gonna count till we get to 10. Are you ready,
Yes.
Miles? Ready?
1.
Up, and we're there. So Miles, 10 minus 9 equals,
9. Wait.
look, how many did we add to our 9?
1.
1. So 10 minus 9 equals,
1.
because if I did this, 10 minus that 1 that we just added equals what?
9.
Okay, we'll do a couple more. I know it's confusing because we want to do subtraction. We want to subtract because that's what our problem is. But they're tricking us because they want us to count on and not backwards. All right, 14 minus 8. Who wants to try this one? Charlotte, where are we going to start? At 8, okay. And where are we gonna stop counting? Okay, so let's go, ready? So, oh, we're still going, right?
No.
Oh, no, we're not. We stopped at 14. Okay, so 14 minus 8 equals 6. And if I did this, 14 minus 6 equals,
8.
okay, is it starting to make sense now?
Yeah.
All right. Who said no? Tommy? All right, Tommy. Let's do, can you guys, oh, I can look here. We're on number 4, 11 minus 2. All right, so Tommy, where are we going to start to count on? It's number 4, but I put it right up here. 11 minus 2. So look up here. So remember, we're counting on, listen, we're counting on to find the difference. So when we count on, remember we talked about it, that we're adding. So would we add to our whole to get the answer, or would we add to our part to get to the answer, to get to the difference? Okay, so if I start at 11 and I'm adding 2, so if I do that, is that gonna the difference is gonna be remember, whole minus part equals part. Is that gonna be the other part? If I add 2 to my 11,
Yeah, it equals
it equals how many?
12.
Try 11 plus 2.
Yeah, it equals 12. No, it equals 13.
Okay,
Then
so
below it
listen,
equals-
listen. So you did 11 minus 2 equals 13, right? Okay, does that look right?
No,
Remember.
It is 9.
This is your whole part.
Or-
Do these two parts equal this?
No.
No. So we don't start listen, when we add, when we're counting on, we're not starting with our whole. We start with a part.
Yeah.
Because we're adding our parts together
The answer is
to get the whole. Okay? Alright, so Tommy, where am I gonna start? Oh, it was 11 minus 2, right?
on 5.
I don't see a 5 there, do you?
No, number 5 on here.
Number 4. Up here, it's 11 minus 2. Where am I gonna start?
With the whole.
We just tried that. That didn't work, right?
We start first,
We'd start with the part because we're adding our parts
and then it's
to
another
get
one.
our whole. Alright, so if we start with the 2, we're gonna start right here on the 2. We're going to count until we get to what, Tommy?
11.
Good. Alright, so ready, guys?
1, 2, 3, 4,
1,
5, 6,
2.
7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, so 11 minus 2 equals,
9.
and 2 plus 9 equals, okay. Anyone else that's still not understanding it? Dylan, you're not, Jack, you're not? Okay, so I'm gonna work with a small group. The rest of you can finish these on your own. Let me see, explain how you think about the unknown atom. Okay, let's look at number 7 on our practice. It says, explain how to think about the unknown atom in 2 plus question mark equals 10 as the difference in a subtraction. So, what do you think about that? Explain how to think about the unknown atom. So how can you think about the unknown atom for 2 plus question mark equals 10? What could we do? Miles?
We could think of it being 12 and then minus 2 equals 10.
Well, think about what we've just been doing. So what could we say? What would we do? Connor?
And we're taking away.
Okay, but how are we gonna explain it? Explain how to think about the unknown atom in 2 plus question mark equals 10. What could we do?
We could say that the difference is that addition you were adding and subtraction you were taking away.
That is true, we are doing that. So if we wanted to do the line diagram to explain it, how could we explain it?
You could explain it. By
Let's do it and explain it as we go along. How about that?
yeah, I think I know it.
Okay, so we're gonna start at what
Yeah.
number, Connor?
2.
2, and then what are we going to do?
Going count on the 10.
Okay, so did you just explain it just now?
Yes.
You were explaining it, weren't you? So you could say that you would start at the 2 and you would count on to 10 and then you could find that the other add-in was how much? How many did we count?
7. I mean,
Let's count. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
where did we start? Oh, we started wrong. I started at the 1. Sorry.
2.
Sorry about that. Okay, so you would start at the 2, and you would count on till you come to the 10. And then you would find that the other add-in would be 8. Okay? All right, the rest I want you to try on your own. I'll be working with those that need extra help. Distance learners, if you have any questions, please let me know.